Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Skookum Living. So I just got back from a trip to Mexico, made it back here to the Tetons, and it is a whole lot colder here than it was down in Mexico. It's making me reminiscent of those tacos down south. And they had those fresh tortillas, you know, they just press them, throw them on the griddle right in front of you. Best tortillas that you could possibly eat. So I want to try and make myself a tortilla press because there's something about just giving it a squish and toss as opposed to needing to roll them out. It just feels more authentic that way. So I got a couple of pieces of this, I don't know what it is, fancy dark wood that I got, and I also got some of this light wood. I'm not entirely sure what either one of them are, but together I think they look pretty. So my plan today is to cut these up. I want to make it into a bit of a brick pattern. I've never made a cutting board like this before, so I figured this would be a good opportunity. I want it to be about 8.5 inches wide, so we're going to cut these up to make it. And we use one to be a handle. It's going to be a whole process. So let's just, I'll just show you what I was thinking. So we got ourselves a big old piece of paper so we can doodle this out. So the bottom of this bucket is about 8.5 inches. So that's how big I want this circle to be. So this will be the top piece of the... This is what will fold up to become the tortilla. So that's about how big of a tortilla we could make. Now I want this to be over, I don't know, 2 inches. Is 2 inches big enough? That should be big enough. 2 inches. So we're gonna go like this, over 2 inches. That. And now these are just going to get connected outside to outside, outside to outside. All right, so that's how big my full tortilla press is going to be. This is going to be my pieces that go and create the brick pattern. Those would be the bricks, this would be the mortar, I guess you could say. So this needs to get sliced into much thinner pieces. It's probably going to be just over a blade's width, and that way I don't lose anything in my final product. So these need to get cut to about 8 inches, or 8.5 inches, because this is going to be the first set. Okay, time to pull these out of the clamps. Glue up number 1. So this is all just the base and the lid. So we're gonna have to do a few glue ups before we even just get our planks that we're gonna use to make this project. Yeah, okay. So first, we're gonna take these and we're gonna slice them square. Then we can come over here and cut them onto this. So this is going to be making the bricks that we're going to be using. So first, cut it on the chop saw, and then we'll come over and chop it on this. This will be the round part. This will be the base. Press. This is going to be the thing. That'll be the base. Got a couple of things coming out. Yeah. All right. Now square up one edge on each one of these, and then I can run it through the table saw once more, and that'll give me the strips. And then when I put them this way, I can offset them, and then that'll give us the brick pattern. So let's go slice one edge on both. So these are just about 2.5 inch blocks. So if I rip them to 1.5 inches this way, then I'll make them a 2 to 1. I think that'll look pretty nice. Then once they get sliced, then there'll be a piece on either side of this, and I'll give it that brick look. So let's go ahead and rip these. Alright, now to make it pop, give it a flipperoo. Every other one. There we go. Alright, now that they're laid out, time for the final glue up of the base and the flipper topper dealy wootski. Alright. On to day 2. This is what our blanks look like right now. They're looking pretty cool. Just gotta pull these out of the clamps. Pretty cool. These look pretty great. Pretty great. Okay, first step today, we're gonna sand these smooth so we can see what we're working with. Then we'll do some layout lines and start tracing it all out, making it the final shape that we want it to be. So we got our 2 pieces, our base and our lid. So this is going to be what attaches. We can go pow, perfect. So what we need to do is now line these out. So this bucket should be just about perfect, and it is. So what we're gonna do, is that pencil, have a better pencil? I do, it's in my pocket, good. Alright, so we're gonna take this, scribe all the way around. Alright, so that's going to be our good circle. Tortillas are round after all. But what we're going to do is I want this to come down 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches seems good. And I'm going to draw, before I cut this, I'm going to make all of our square marks right now. So this is going to be our 2-inch line straight across. So that's going to be for these tortilla presses to work. They have a little thing right here, so when the lever pushes down on it, it really gets some good pressure here. So I want that to be square on there. And then I need to, maybe I'll square that off one more time, a little closer. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so that's squared off at the bottom now. So all I need to do, so it's easier to see. So that's the full width of there. So that's 8 1/4. So I need 4 1/8 inches. Is the center. 4 1/8, right about there. All right, so we want this to be a flat edge so I can hook this hinge on here. And so I've got to figure out how big this is. That's 6 inches. Who wants to go 3 inches on either side of this center mark here? So we go 3, 6. There we go. So now this has got to get cut out. And this has got to get cut out. And all this has got to get cut out. Alright, so now for the layout on this one, we're just going to line this one up on here. Because this side needs to be the same, because these two are going to get attached to each other. And then this side over here, we're just gonna line this bucket up at the end again. I want it to be a bit of an oval shape, so that'll just go like that. So now we're gonna go back to the bandsaw. I'm gonna cut all of these 4 corners off again, and that'll give us our base plate. All right, cool. So now we got our pieces. These are our top and bottom pieces. So that lines up nicely right there. Perfect. All right, so this handle is gonna be sitting up here like this, and then these, got 2 of them are gonna be cut in, and they're gonna get inset, so there should be plenty of space. So there's gonna be another one for these. Okay. All right, so I got 2 of these now. I'll clean these up, match them up, and then we'll cut the notches in this. All right, try fitting. This comes right here. All right, so I need a spindle to go inside. Don't have a good one, so we're gonna make one. So I got the drill point, the pin point marked out. It's my pin that I made from that piece of ball thread. So I just gotta try and get this as straight as possible. That nice and snug. Comes in nice and snug. I'm just gonna use a drill bit instead of my pin, just because it'll be a little easier. This comes on here like this. Boom. Once that's all glued, oh yeah. Smash. All right, so I'm gonna cut these, boom. This gets glued on the top, this one gets glued on the bottom. Then it gets shaped. Then I can router everything up, give it the final sand down, glue, glue, glue. Router, 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 boom, 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 glue, 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 glue. Hinge back here, boom, pow, pow, pow. Start slamming out some tortillas. Alright, we got the handle out of the clamps nice and dried out. So now I'm just going to form this into the shape I want for the handle. Alright, I think with this, I'm just going to go hit it with the router. I want as big space as possible on this. This is what actually presses the tortilla down. So leave this wider, bigger surface area, but route the rest of this. Make it nice and smooth for the hand. First step is going to be attaching this hinge to the end. In order to do this, I want to have a bit of space in there. So we're going to add these discs that'll be the thickness of our tortillas once they're done. So this will come here like this. I'm going to clamp these together. Give me a little more control when I'm attaching. Just to keep them nice and square with each other. Beauty. Beautiful. Yeah, I want to pull these out. Give us that nice space in there. Perfect tortilla space. flush to the bottom. Alright, so we got it all nice and glued up. Looking great. Smush. So our next step now is to make it pop. So we're going to open it up. And join me, won't you? As we use some of this butcher block conditioner. This is going to have some food on it. We use a parchment paper or a bag or something like that. But it just makes it a little nicer. So we're just going to spread it out. Oh yeah, look at that grain. Alright. Oh, I have my little paper towel tortilla. Put that in there. Go like that. Oh, that's a flat tortilla right there. We got our tortilla press made, so now we just got to test it out with some tortillas. So I got some 2.5 cups, or 2 cups of corn masa, corn flour, masa flour, whatever you want to call it. And I have 1.5 cups of water. Now it looks like it needs a little bit more. We're pretty dry here in Wyoming, so we can give it a little extra. Alright, so this is working out pretty good. Just cut out a piece of the masa, put it in, give it a smush, give it a smush. Got ourselves some tortilla. Put this off to the side. Let it rest. Delicious. Well, the cooking got a little bit better towards the end of those. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing, maybe give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.